The Need for Speed series is one of my favorites. From Underground, Most Wanted, Carbon, and Heat, there are many great installments. One game that I haven't played in a while was Need for Speed Hot Pursuit. I remember owning the second game on the PS2 and had a lot of fun on it. On November 6, 2020, a remastered version of the game was released, so I decided to purchase it. Now, I want to revisit this game, but with a twist of our own, our very own Nuzlocke challenge. Let's get into the rules. Starting off, this will be a Nuzlocke run, meaning if I lose an event, I must sacrifice and not use that car again. This will be interesting since many race events are only tied to one car, so losing that means an instant run restart. Branching off of that, to make things even more spicy, I must get gold on the event in order to progress. All events have bronze, silver, and gold, so I must strategically maneuver to acquire the right medal. Subsequently, I must beat the police campaign. There are two campaigns, intertwined into one. Racers and then police. For the police, there are over 60 missions, while racers there are 80. Even with dividing the game, things were far from easy. Expect to see the other side in a future video. Lastly, glitches and or exploits are allowed, so expect some cheeky ways to take down bosses and get around areas. Make sure to smash the like button, comment, and subscribe if you haven't yet. Without further ado, let's get into the run. Let me explain the game for those new to the series or in need of a refresher. For the police, there are three event types: rapid response, a time trial where the player needs to get from point A to B as quickly as possible. Hitting traffic and or bumping sidewalling will penalize the player by adding time to the counter. Next are the interceptor events. These are 1v1 type battles, with the objective being taking down the racer in a certain time frame. Lastly are hot pursuits. From 3 to 8 racers, the player has to bust all racers before the finish line is reached. Besides the rapid response events, players are given access to multiple tools in order to best handle the situation. EMPs are great at locking on enemies ahead, while spike strips excel when enemies are behind. That quick crash course, let's talk about the first attempt. Initially, the player starts with the Crown Victoria and needs to take down this damaged RX-8 racer. As this is the starting mission, this is meant to help newer racers learn the mechanics, help experienced players get back into the swing of things. Afterwards, the player will unlock various new vehicles once the mission is complete, alongside ranking up potentially. Ranking up means more vehicles and access to different series types. Things were going well for quite some time. A few mistakes here or there on rapid responsive missions, but nonetheless was able to get through gold on each event. The downside to this particular run is the aforementioned thing that I mentioned in the rules. Some events are tied to a certain car, so losing that event means an instant restart. Because of that, whenever I got a loaner car, I really had to focus up, sitting up in gamer position, ready to take on what's to come. Fortunately, this interceptor event about midway through the police campaign did me in. From missing the shortcut the racer took to crashing multiple times throughout the event, this is what screwed me over in the end. Ultimately, I had to get good. Second attempt was the best of the two. Some events I got insanely good timings, beating previous times I had over the years by a large amount. I also got some hilarious moments in this attempt.
Hello there.
One thing I didn't mention was that the first to the second attempt was months of time in between. I ended up placing this challenge in the backlogs, as after that first attempt, the whole thing seemed extremely daunting. Recently, I posted a poll on the channel where people voted for past challenges I never completed. This challenge, alongside a Bloodborne one, were the highest selected, and so I decided to go through these first. Expect that video soon too. This attempt, I really honed in my driving skills alongside equipment usage. The helicopter, for instance, is extremely RNG dependent. Is best suited for hot pursuits. Found too often in interceptor events, the helicopters were near worthless. EMPs, if activated before a turn, can really mess up opponents. Rare instances, I would be able to get the takedown right after the cutscene due to me and the opponent colliding right after. There were many other details that I picked up on, which were interesting but niche at best. Ultimately, what did it in for this run was a few things. I ended up losing the Gallardo quite early in the run. While this wasn't the most important, as there were multiple choices that could be selected, I knew that this meant hindering certain missions later onwards. A few missions are tied to a manufacturer to explain why. Next, in the higher series events, this one racer was insanely rubber bandy, and I could just not catch up to him. It was sad because he was only like one hit away from being busted. The nail in the coffin was the subsequent car loss. With the final stretch of the game, literally the last 5 missions or so, the player has to do a rapid response event with using only one car, the loaner to be precise. One downside during the event was that it was raining, which changed how the car handled. While most cars behave the same way in this game, certain cars feel more tanky than others, and this was one of them. Mistake after mistake cost me precious time that I need to get to the end. While this was far from the best time trial, it prepared me for the next attempt. As they say, you can only succeed when you fail first. On the third attempt, I knew I really had to lock in for this one. Went through the events as per normal. This time around, I definitely made some misplays on certain events, nearly costing the early game run, but pushed through. And on the other hand, I would absolutely destroy my previous recorded times, which felt awesome to do each occurrence. One aspect I really enjoy about these hot pursuit games are the EMPs, helicopters, and more. It's cool that the player is able to upgrade these as they go. Helicopters will fly for longer, able to track racers more effectively. EMPs will lock on faster and at an increased range, and so on. The cutscenes go kinda hard for these upgrades, I cannot lie. This run so far has been an awesome balance of challenging and crazy all in one. Especially the later rapid response and interceptor events. Definitely had some favorite cars over the course of the run, but would steadily progress towards the newer car options once more were available. The car I lost first was the GT, since I wasn't able to take down the interceptor unit in the allotted time. The subsequent try at the mission proved more fruitful, and I was able to take him down rather quickly. Next was the F1. Surprisingly, I lost it in a hot pursuit, which thus far has been the most straightforward and easy event type to handle. What really did it in for me was the opponent in first was an Aveyron, which just kept zooming ahead. I put up a good battle with him, but ultimately he just went too far away and ended up passing the finish line. Made sure to focus up for this one, since by this point I only have 3 cars in the series type, technically 2 since we just lost the F1. Helicopters are generally really good in hot pursuits, but in these high speed series events, they start to lose their dependability. This is gonna be tough. Next car I lost was within one of the final interceptor events. Thankfully, each car lost thus far has been able to be selected from a handful of options or more. Because of this, I didn't need to restart the run since I was always able to select another car. While these weren't loaner car missions, I still need to be vigilant. The dreaded rapid response event. Oh gosh, this was going to be fun. One thing I noticed on the attempt I failed was that I was using the e-brake, which caused uncontrollable drifts. This time I wanted to try double tapping the brake to drift instead. Each has their own pros and cons, but for this mission, with the rain, tight corners, and extremely fast car, this was the best option. Fortunately, I was able to complete it. We still have more to do. The final 2 events are playing. Let's talk about the run. Need for Speed Hot Pursuit is one heck of a fun game to play, and with certain parameters in place, can make for a challenging playthrough. With Nuzlocke and gold medals in force, numerous cars were lost, mostly on the loner rapid response missions, with Interceptor and Hot Pursuit lossage sprinkled about. The Hot Pursuits were easily a favorite of mine, alongside being the most straightforward. It's been so long since we've had a burnout game, and this reminded me of the awesome moments from 3, Revenge in Paradise. Maybe in the future, if you guys are interested, we could do a Nuzlocke, no death, or some other challenge on these games. Let me know down below in the comments. I'd be really interested to hear. Ultimately, we beat the challenge once the Hot Pursuit was complete. A police congratulatory message pops up on the screen, letting us know we have finished all the cop missions. The police Nuzlocke completed, we only have one thing left, the racer side. This was an awesome challenge to play through. Expect to see another video within a few weeks showcasing the other racer side. It was much longer than the police campaign. While this was a shorter video than I usually would post, I'm working on the next big projects, so this will give me some extra time to work on them. First is another KOTOR challenge video. Next is something that I won't spoil until much later. Thank you for watching the video. Make sure to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. This greatly helps to support me on the channel, alongside pushing the video to others who may be interested. Try to do something kind for someone today, whether it's a small or large gesture. This is your boy Skilled Fawn, and I'm out.